sure that we had an influence on other people. Bad, probably. Noise is easy. Noise is subjective. Some people's noise is other people's country and western music, or opera.
It's exactly what it sounds like it is. It's completely amelodic, atonal noise.
When I think of noise, I kind of think of anything besides music.
Noise being an underground art form is very similar to abstract painting.
You don't have to know how to play an instrument. You can just get up and play whatever you want, and it doesn't matter.
Noise just covers whatever sort of thing annoys you, or you don't expect, or you wish would go away a bit.
So my name's Colin Heddle. I am in a number of different noise projects, such as Nudes, The Economy. It's a solo project. I've been doing that about 14 years now.
I'm Sophia. I do vocals and guitar and bowl with microphone attached to it.
My name's Alex Smith. I play a synthesizer, sampler, kazoo.
And our band is called Goon.
My name's David Cereghini. I'm a local noise artist. I run the label Morbidly Hip. The biggest thing I ever did on the label is this compilation called Abolish Music Now. It was 60 bands in 6 minutes, including London, Ontario's own Nihilist Spasm Band.
Nihilist Spasm Band from Canada.
My name is Pratten. I play in the Nihilist Spasm Band. I play an instrument of my own design called the Stradivarius. I've made many instruments. They're all called the Stradivarius because they are variations on whatever I built before. The difference with and makes the noise at the area I play in, not just the Spasm Band, is that the people are making noise with various musical instruments. In our case, they're home built.
They show that no matter what other people think of your project, you could just do it. For 30 years, they were local in the arts community, but no one took them serious. And then all of a sudden, they're being flown over to Japan during the 90s Japanese noise boom. And they're seen as a massive influence to groups that were influencing me. So it all came full circle.
Anyone who does noise in London, if you don't know the Nihilist Spasm Band, then you're living under a rock, I think. So.
No Canada! Home of the beaver! Home of the maple leaf!
They're such an important point in the network that without them, it might not be what it is today.
When I got to go see them last year at the Forest City Gallery, they played this show, and I was like so entranced the entire time. I was like, I've never seen anything like this.
Seeing them play, it's like, I was totally transfixed. It's really intense. They just have so much energy about them. It's almost like a religious experience.
We were all London boys, and there was this idea that we talked about is that you should paint out of your own background.
I was living in paradise, but awoke from my dream at sunrise to discover I was still in London, Ontario.
We are like so lucky to kind of live in this city that I feel like every noise band that exists in London has to be influenced by the Nihilist Spasm Band, whether they want to be or not.
I want to be a famous London boy!
I think under the influence of the Spasm Band, there have been these scenes that have kind of come and gone. That there's been like a bit of a cycle where for a few years there's a whole bunch of noise shows and a lot of people doing noise.
I feel like we've been really lucky. We've sort of sprung up around this time where there happens to be a bunch of other newer kind of noise acts in London or noise bands in London that haven't played in a long time that are coming out to play again.
London was where we were. London was where we were comfortable. London was home. The actual playing that takes place is much like a conversation you'd have sitting around in a pub drinking beer. There'll be 6 or 7 or 8 of you, and 2 or 3 will be holding a conversation here and a couple over there and a couple adding bits and pieces here and there, and then the conversation will change entirely. That is one of the nice things about being on the stage and playing. It's a game, it's sort of one-upmanship, and then you're paying attention to the other people. You can't just run over people. You have to show some respect.
There was a show at the Arts Project that my friend Colin put together where a bunch of people just came together to jam, and Pratten was there, so got to jam with Art, which was pretty cool.
Some of us had played free for a long time, and some at different lengths of time. The nice thing was that there were some people there who had not had that opportunity before.
We got lucky. We both, a couple times that night, got to play alongside him and got to speak to him.
Because it's an interchange like that, it just bonds people together. I think one of your questions is, do you think noise will last? Of course it will, because it's social.
It just shows that there's this network of people, like-minded people, who experience things similar to you, and if you just go looking for them, you'll eventually find them, and it's a very rewarding part of my life, I would say.
I have good hope because in the last year or so, there's been a lot of really good stuff, especially coming out of London. It's almost bizarre how there's just like so much good music that can come out of London.
It's looking pretty bright right now. I think, it's I see the next couple of years, lots of noise shows, and it gives an opportunity for people that have been around for a while to play shows with some of the new folks, and there's that mutual influence and cross-pollination that happens when you do that, right? So I think it's looking pretty bright right now.
There's always somebody at the end of you're playing, and it comes to the end, and you think it's over, and then there's always somebody, boom, 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 and then off it goes again. Go.